This is To the Points with Jerry Azumah, and here are my top bets for tonight's NFL primetime matchup. All right, guys, Sunday night playoff football. The LA Rams travel to Chicago to see the Bears. LA is favored by 3.5, and 48.5 is the point total for this contest. Now let's get right to the points. The Rams come into this contest with the number one overall offense in the NFL. Now, when it comes to passing and scoring, the Rams do it better than anyone. But the elements will come into play this Sunday. The temperature should be in the teens. It will be windy and probably snowy. So it'll be very interesting to see how these teams adjust to these conditions. Now, quarterback Matthew Stafford, he's been lighting up the NFL. He comes into this contest with almost 50 touchdowns, good for first in the NFL, and a quarterback rating of over 109. Now, his offensive line has been top shelf, and his favorite target is Puka Nacua. Nacua is elite with almost 130 receptions, good for best in the NFL, and over 1,700 receiving yards, good for second behind Smith and Jigba. Now, the Rams, they have Devontae Adams, who's also an incredible target, especially in the red zone. Now, the Bears' secondary struggle in man-to-man coverage and have been giving up too many explosive plays. One of the main reasons why is because they fail to create pressure up front with their defensive line. Stafford with a clean pocket throwing the ball to an elite wide receiver is a recipe for disaster. And if they get the running game going with their two-back committee, they can really limit the Bears' chances. Now, it will be imperative that the Bears' defense take the ball away. When they create takeaways, they win ball games. Now, on the flip, the Bears' offense starts super slow for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure why. Now, this team has the identity of making adjustments at the half and finishing the game by hitting the gas. They can't afford to do that with this caliber of an opponent. Now, the protection that Caleb Williams has been getting all year has been excellent. Offensive lineman Ozzie Trapillo suffered a season-ending injury last week, but Theo Benedict will replace him. Now, this will be important to watch because the Rams have some dogs at linebacker with Brian Young and Jared Verse. Now, these dudes play every snap at a Pro Bowl level, so knowing where they are is going to be a must. Now, one thing that the Cardiac Bears must do is stay patient and consistent with their running game. Swift and Monungai, they have shown that they can get busy between those tackles. Now, the Bears are really good when they start getting a hat on a hat and running with physicality. I expect to see a lot of this, especially with the bad weather conditions. Now, with all that said, the Bears got their number 10 overall pick, Colston Loveland, into action last week with over 135 yards and 8 targets. He has seen about 38 targets in the last 3 games. Now, I expect Caleb to target Loveland the same, even though this is going to be a difficult matchup. Put some change on Colston Loveland going over 52 receiving yards tonight. Now, Devontae Adams is an absolute menace in the red zone. Put some change on him scoring an anytime touchdown. Now, in the end, the Bears have been pulling rabbits out of their hats several times this season, and they pulled the biggest one last week. Now, this is not ideal, especially when you want to win games, but this team will battle to the very end. Now, the Rams are a very balanced and well-coached team, so it will take everything from the Chicago Bears. Now, the Rams' explosive offense versus the Bears' vulnerable defense, I think will be the difference in this matchup. But I do have the Bears coming up with a critical takeaway to cover the spread late in this ball game. All right, guys, this has been To the Points with Jerry Azumah. Make sure to like and follow, and as always, thanks for listening.